Hey guys, another video, another day, another video, that's how it goes, daily vlogging. But here's the thing, today I haven't been able to record anything because I've spent the day going and getting leaflets and then distributing those leaflets. I said that in a very strange way there, didn't I? Distributing the leaflets because we've got a public meeting coming up about the Greater Manchester Spatial Framework on Thursday, and I have to get the information about that out. So, what I decided to do today is hold off all of the question and answer thing that I mentioned on Twitter a few days ago. And if you missed that and you want to have a question to get answered, then please leave it in the description bar. And not the description bar, I deal with the description bar. You put it in the comments. If you put it in the comments, then I can get to it. And I will, of course, answer them in the next Q&A, which will probably not be too long off. But what I want to do today, as well as deal with the questions and answers, because there were a few of them, not a huge amount, but a few. I mean, I'm not expecting a huge amount, so don't worry. I want to talk about this. This is Mamemeister, I think his name is Alan, saying, what are the 3 main positives and 3 negatives of having a YouTube channel? Well, the first negative is stuff like this. That is a troll comment, and I get a lot of them. Now, about almost 100 videos ago now, I was dealing with the aftermath of being subjected to transphobic abuse in the council chamber by one of the Labour councillors on Bolton Council. I'm not going to name him because he doesn't deserve it, but because he made transphobic comments, I now get transphobic comments regularly because people think that it's funny to abuse people. It's not funny, it's not big, it's not clever, but they still do it because they're sad, pathetic people. Now, that is a major downside of having a YouTube channel for me, because the type of person who has no videos and creates nothing but takes up a space on YouTube and does a lot of watching, or at least does some watching of certain things, they tend to come along and share their wisdom. Now, you can block them, but they'll just make another account. I think they've got no videos. They're not losing anything by just jumping to a new identity. In fact, they probably jump to a new identity anyway. They'll have 3 or 4 already created to jump between them when they get banned. So that is a major downside, because you can't get rid of these people. The only way to deal with them is to just keep deleting. But here's the other problem. The second problem. I don't get notified of all my comments anymore because YouTube realized that I get so many that it stops sending me notifications. So the little thing that comes up in the corner there, it's a little bell normally on the screen, but it turns into a red box with a number in it when you get activity, like someone's replied to you, someone's left a comment, things like that. I don't get them all anymore because I get so many comments, and I think Jan's the same with her train videos. A lot of people comment, so you have to go through and just make sure that you get them by looking at videos. But I have, my goodness, how many have I got these days? Over the 2 accounts that I use, plus the third one that I had as a kind of trial project that didn't go anywhere, but of the main 2 plus that one, I have about 1,000 videos coming on. Yeah, it's about 1,000 videos now. And as a result, you can't go through them all, so comments will get lost. And people don't know that. If you're just watching, you think, oh, this person never replied to me, that's not very nice. But the fact is, I never even heard of it, what you said. I never heard it. I never saw it, because no one told me it was there. Google doesn't send you notifications for everything, so that's a major issue. And then you get a reputation as not responding to comments, but you didn't even know they were there. So that's a downside. That's 2 downsides. And I'm not even a big YouTuber. This is my channel with the vlogs, ZJKR, 165 subscribers, 46,183 views. On my Knobmouse channel, my decade-old channel, I have 693 subscribers. It's not much. I'm nowhere near being a big YouTuber, but I get the problem of too many comments, so we're not going to give you the notifications. That's not good to anyone. It reduces community cohesion because I can't talk to people who are talking to me. And if people respond to something I've said, I don't always see that either. So what's the point? I can't even have a conversation if it's not telling me that there's a conversation going on. So that is a big issue. Third downside, I think it's the stress. Now, don't get me wrong, I run on stress. I work a 16-hour day, I have 3 jobs, and I enjoy my life. I love it. It's what keeps me going. But the stress involved with one of those jobs, and one of those jobs is creation of media, be it comics or videos. I have to script the video, which means I need to do research, which means I need to spend time. It's a lot of time, and I don't always have it, which is why sometimes I don't get videos, which is why Game Hammer has been Game Hammer one shot and not the main show. because I haven't had the time. I want to have the time, but with everything else that was going on, I couldn't. And that means stress. And it means that I feel like I'm just treading water rather than progressing. I should be progressing, but I'm just treading water, just in the same place. I'm not moving on, not developing. So that for me is a downside, because once you've started this, if you want to get anywhere with it, you've got to be regular and you've got to be high quality. Well, when you have other things that come up and take all of your time away, you can't be regular with your content, which means that you can't develop to make high quality, consistently high quality, or develop how you work. So that to me is a downside. Once you start a project, it has to keep going. Unless you're one of those people who decides, right, I'm going to put up something when I've got something to put up. Now that is a perfectly good way of doing things, but I want a regular show. I want to do a regular show about games. I want to do my regular Friday show, which is like a video essay, but I don't have the time, and that causes me stress and annoyance. So that's a downside too. What are the positives? Now that we've got the negative out of the way, because I like to get that out of the way first. What are the positives? Well, the first one is that feeling of success when you create something. There is nothing compared to that. If you put yourself out there, making something, and then you show it to the world, well done. You've already been a success. You have done more than everyone else who didn't do anything that day. So well done to you. That is a great feeling. It doesn't matter whether you're doing a Doctor Who fan film and your Dalek is a cardboard box going beep, 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 exterminate and things like that. Because you've just created something. It might be a derivative thing of someone else's work, but you thought about what you wanted to do and you made it happen. And that's a success. No one can take that away from you. Second one, the feedback. If someone liked what you did, then that is a brilliant feeling. It's like a warm glow in here, because someone liked what you created, and which means that you touched someone, and not in that sense, but you touched someone's heart. You know, you've done something that brought joy to the world. You've made the world a better place, even if it was only for a short amount of time. You made the world a better place, and that is great. I like that. I'm losing my voice here. I'm going to have to go soon. So let's get this done. Okay. The great feeling of creation. The great feeling of having made someone else happy. Two brilliant things. What's the third one? Well, I think the third one is the community. With having a YouTube channel, you get to meet new people via the internet. You talk to them. They like what you do. You love that they like what you do. You can find something that they do, and maybe you'll like that too. And it becomes like this round circle thing. But also you get to see what other people are doing. Like my favourite YouTubers right now, I watch so much of them. The One Janitor, T1J, he's brilliant with his essays. Anna Arcana, she's got brilliant comedy sketches, but she also does brilliant essays. Chinny Vision does amazing video game reviews and comparisons between different machines. He brings out stuff that I'd never even heard of before and makes me want to play it. It's great. Metal Jesus does the same thing with his hidden gems videos, or his looks at systems and the different versions of systems. I didn't even know there was an orange transparent Xbox until he showed me it. I didn't know much about the Nintendo Disk System until he showed me. It's stuff like that. It brings new things and it shows you things. And you can talk to those people and get to know them and become kind of acquaintance, online friend type things, and have a relationship with people where you talk and they talk and you'll get on very well. That's why I like YouTube. So there are 3 brilliant reasons to be on YouTube. And if you're watching this, then you're on YouTube too, and you get all of those advantages if you want to take them. So there you are. That was a brilliant question, Mamemeister. Brilliant. And I hope you enjoyed the response. I am really losing my voice. Let's move on. Now, Novabug did the same thing, and I've watched only part of your video so far, Novabug, because I need to get this done. But I'm going to watch the rest of it afterward, and what you've said so far, yeah, it's great. But Novabug, another example of a great YouTuber who I got to know through YouTube and the CPC Wiki, and he's a nice guy, so brilliant. Well done on YouTuber of the Year, by the way. That's been a great one this year. So, yeah, it's fantastic. And Tootie as well, last year's YouTuber of the Year, with his pickups videos and all that. No, Tootie's a guy that just sits in front of his game collection and talks to the camera, tells you a story about the games that he's picked up and how and why and all that. And it's like having a conversation with a friend, only it's one way. And I love that. It's great. So yeah, you meet all kinds on YouTube. It's great. Brilliant advantage. Now let's deal with the other question. The main question that came up, which isn't really a question, it's more just transphobic abuse. They always say, "Oh, what are you? Why do you bother? You look like a man," and things like that. Well, my voice is terrible at the moment. It's not going to make the best response to this. But the response to that is, piss off. And that's the response. That's all you get, because you're not worth any more. So we'll move on from that. Now the other question, the one that I received that came up more than once, is it's in reference to the fact that at the start of the year I put up a list of New Year's resolutions, which was ambitious. And I said at the time it was ambitious, I wouldn't be able to do all of it. Oh, I'm getting my voice back. Excellent. And yeah, the main question was, what are you going to do since you didn't achieve your New Year's resolutions? Are you going to do them again? And the answer is yes, because my resolutions weren't resolutions like, I must do this. It was an aim for the year. Now, the year turned out to be a dumpster fire of a year. It's been horrible. Did someone just... Oh, Facebook just beeped. Okay, see, I have friends. What am I doing? No, but the thing is, the year turned out to be a real bad year. We've had a lot of problems, a 10-month-long issue that I've had to deal with almost every day, and as a result, it's meant that I haven't had a huge amount of time for the projects that I wanted to do. So yes, my New Year's resolutions, in answer to the question, will be next year's New Year's resolutions as well. I've got a history video I want to do. It's going to be a history series, and I've mentioned this. I think I'm on Facebook. I don't know if I've mentioned it on this channel before. What I'm doing, and I've got the notes and things here for this continuing project. The history of Japan. Got a huge amount of notes. It goes through most of this book on the early period of Japanese history. I'm going to make a series that charts the whole of the history of Japan from prehistory, when the first settlers arrived in Japan. Based on what we can tell, I mean, the Jomon period is not really well known about, because there's not a huge amount of evidence to explain it. But right the way through to the end of the 20th century. That's the project. It's probably going to take me years to complete it. And I do mean years. I mean, if you ever listen to the History of Rome podcast, and if you haven't, I will put a link in the description, and it is worth watching. Go and see it. It's fantastic. But that took 5 years to do over the whole of the Roman period, which was thousands of years. This I expect to take 5 or 6 years, and it's going to take the form of one video per week. Once I've got the first 8 episodes done, I will start considering to upload them. It's going to take a lot of work. That's a project that I wanted to get started in November. I already have a huge amount of the research. I've already got a fair amount of the scripts written. But I haven't had time to film it because of this issue that's been going on, and other things too. Now that's what I want to do. Once that's done, I have another one I'm going to do, which is the history of Britain. Why am I doing it in that particular order? When I'm British, therefore I should know a lot about their history. Well, the reason is I wanted to know whether I could do it, and by could do it, I mean research something that I don't know already, as in not having to rely on GCSE history or whatever. Actually, I don't have a GCSE in history. I dropped history before GCSE in order to take a GCSE in business studies, and it was well worth it because now I run my own companies. So yeah, but if I could do a history of Japan, then I could do a history of anything, because I don't know much about Japanese history. And to be honest with you, not many people do in the Western world. It's not something that gets researched. But family from Japan in the distant past, I mean, we're talking... They left Japan during the Tokugawa shogunate, so... yeah, so you get that's the kind of distance we've got here. But I thought, if I can do that, then I can do any history. So, history of Japan, followed by history of Britain. That's my 12-year plan for that. I had plans to make more short films. I don't think I've got any short films, apart from the couple that I did, kind of political stuff, on this channel. Most of my short films go up on the Novabug channel. Not got them. Other plans for writing projects, just haven't had time. Like I say, all of that because I had to prioritise. I prioritised correctly, I think, because there are things that needed to be said and done, and there we are. But that doesn't mean I'm going to drop them. It doesn't mean I'm just going to go, no, that didn't happen, I'm moving on. I still want to do them, so that's my New Year's resolutions for next year. And since that's the main question, that's the main answer. Anyway, now I'm rambling on. I've got to get it off because it's another busy day tomorrow. It's always a busy day. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later.